Today I have some travel gear from PGYTECH to show you. We've got the CAPLOCK Mantispod Z. It's a folding tripod. We have the CFExpress CreateMate card reader case. And we have a CreateMate high-speed mini card reader case. So let's start with the smallest thing first. Let's start with this mini card reader case. So let's open it up. See what comes in the package. This is the ivory white version. I think that it comes in a couple other colors, or at least a black color. We have a manual and just a little tag. Looks like we've got the PGYTECH sticker. And this is the card reader case, the mini card reader case. Let's take the plastic off. And here it is. You know what it kind of reminds me is, when I look at it this way, because it has this hinge cover, it reminds me of Apple AirPods. Of course, it's not AirPods. What it is a case and a card reader. So you can store your SD cards here in this slot, and you can store 1, 2, 3 micro SD cards here. And there is the reader right there for a micro SD card. And here is the reader for the SD card. So it's all self-contained, and it has this little lid that easily pops open when you press this button right here. It's super convenient. Well, so you're asking me, well, how do you use it? I mean, it's got this little lanyard, but how do you connect it to your laptop or your computer? Well, this is what you do here. See this little latch right here? You undo that, and then this pops out. Yes, the lanyard is actually a braided cable with a USB-C connector at the bottom. So it stores in here. Listen to this. When you're traveling, and when you get to your destination, or when you just want to use it, you hold down this little latch and it pops out. How convenient is that? And you just open this, and here are all your little cards. So let's put a card in here and see what it looks like to use it. Like that. And let's slide in another one. Boom. Now you might be wondering, what are these little sliders right here? See those 3? And then there's another one here for the SD card. What are those? Well, when you slide them forward, you can see it looks orange now. Well, you might think that it's a lock, so you can't get these out of the slots, but that's not what this is. It's actually a little usage status indicator. So let's say you had 3 micro SD cards here, and you had used one of them with a bunch of footage that you didn't want to lose. You could use this little status indicator to remind you not to use this one again, that it's already being used for something. It's just, you know, a nice quality of life feature. Now, how do you go about using this as a card reader? Well, it's simple. Just remove the card. So you want to use this and connect it to your computer. You open the lid and you slide it in the slot like that, and it's spring loaded. So you get it in there. Maybe you get it in there. Did you hear that? So now it's in the card reader, and all you have to do is connect this to your computer, and it's going to show up as a drive that you can use. Let's go ahead and take this one out. The micro SD card goes on this side. So you just slide it in here. Make sure you give it the right direction. And now it's ready to use too. So let's go hook this up to my MacBook and see if both cards show up and if I can read using them. Okay, I'm going to plug it into my MacBook right now. Let's plug this in. And I got a little pop-up right here that says allow this accessory to connect, which I just did. The Finder. And let's go down here, and we've got an untitled and a no name. So those are both the drives, and here are the files in them. I've got some MP3 music, and the no name one, it's got a whole bunch of stuff on it because it's old stuff, but you can see that it's working just fine. I can go in and look a bunch of photos here. There's the pictures. It's loading the pictures. I'm just cycling through them. So it's working pretty good. It's reading all these pictures off of the card. So this is a really convenient little card reader carrying case. I actually really like it. So let's eject them and close that up. And there you go. This one's really convenient. Now let's take a look at the other one. Next up, we have the CFExpress CreateMate card reader case. So let's open this one and see how it compares to the other one that I just showed you. All right. Looks like you get a little carabiner. And we have the little manual. We've got another sticker. And here's the card reader case. This one is a lot more substantial than the other one. Now, how do you get this off of here? There we go. All right, see, this one's quite a bit bigger. It's got a rubber cover on the outside that gives you some good grip. It's got a place here if you want to connect this carabiner, just like this. If I can get it on here, there we go. And you could hang it off your backpack if you wanted to. Let's get that back off of there. Now, how does this work? So it tells you to press right here. You slide it out like a little drawer. Just like this. It doesn't come completely out. It just opens like this. And what we have here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 micro SD card slots. We have 2 nano SIM card slots. If you want to store your SIM cards for your phones here, you can. You've got a SIM ejection tool right here. And look, they even include a micro SD card adapter in SD card format. That's a nice little addition. And we have 2 SD card slots. So these all up here are for storage. Okay? So you can store your cards there. Now, what do we have? On the side, we have the little cable that you use. It's got like this little lever here that lets you lock it in place, and then it pops out like this. There you go. There we go. It unfolds. So you plug that into your computer. On the back, you'll find 3 storage slots for CFExpress A cards. I don't have any of those type of cards, unfortunately, so I can't test the card reader feature for this reader, which is right here, but it also has a regular SD card slot reader right here. Now, on the side where we have the cable stored, this is the card reader area. There is a slot for your SD cards. They slide right in there, just like that. That's fully inserted. It's not a spring-loaded card reader. slot, it just fits in there like that. Now, if you want to read the micro SD cards, you're going to have to put them in the little adapter that they give you, like this, like that, and then you could put it in the reader right there, like so. All right, let's go over to my MacBook and see if this works. Let's test this card reader function. So I have an SD card. I'm going to put it in the SD card slot. And now I'm going to plug this into my MacBook. Like this. And we can see that it is prompting me right here to allow this accessory to connect, because I've never connected it before. And now, if we look at the Finder, we could see that there's a no-name SD card, and here it is, all the files. Let's just go into, okay, we're just gonna quickly load some photos. Oh, that was me, and that's me too from when I was a kid. There I am again. So you can see that it's working great. It loads really fast, no complaints. This is a great little, well, it's not little, it's a great travel accessory if you have a lot of SD cards. Now when you're done using it, you just put your cards in here to store them and just slide it in place. Now, the only thing that I noticed that is a little awkward is getting this cable out. I mean, it's not terrible to get it out, but you have to, like, you can see that I am, there we go. It takes a little effort. I mean, very little, but you have to, when you're putting it back, you have to like push it in there, pull it around like that, and put it in place. It's not a big deal, but just something to keep in mind. And then you just close it up. Next up is the CAPLOCK Mantis Z tripod. Okay, get some paperwork. Have a manual, like some mounting hardware. Looks like a hot shoe attachment. Sticker, it's white this time. Got a lanyard, Allen wrench, and we have the Mantispod. So let's take a look at this. It's a folding tripod. It's got a nice heft to it. Now, how do we open this guy up is the question. There we go. It opens. It's a puzzle, guys. Yeah, this part's opening. Now, I just have to figure out how to get this other leg open. Oh, there we go. There we go. So we have these legs. All right, that's completely open. So there we go. So the idea is that you unfold it like this, and then you can adjust the angle however you want to. Right? Okay, so what we have here at the top, this down right here, is a ball joint, like so, a spring-loaded little holder. All right, so this is the lock. If I push it down, it will let me slide this in place like that. Okay, and now it is locked in place and it's not going to come out. I want to get it out. I need to press this down, and then I can pull it out just like that. It's pretty tight. Now I can put this on the bottom of a camera, use the same attachment point to mount my camera. So let's try it out and see what it looks like in action. All right, I'm going to use this little attachment that came with the Mantispod and put it on the bottom of this camera. And I'll show you what it's like to attach it to the Mantispod. Tighten it up. All right, now it's on the bottom. If you could see it right here. And now I'm going to attach it to this, but I'm going to show you that you can adjust the angle of this. There are actually 3 different ways you can do that. You can loosen this up, and you can see that you can move it wherever you want. So now I'm going to tighten that one down. And then you got this one right here that you can tighten down. And then you have the ball joint at the top, the ball head. So let's put that about like so. All right, and now I'm going to press the lock that I showed you before and slide that right in place like so. Now you will have to make sure that these are tight for something that's a little heavier than like a phone. But there you go. You can see how that would work, and you can adjust it just like that. And when you want to take it off, you just press that button and pull it out there. And when you're all done, just undo it, fold it down, fold these legs in like so, and then you can put it in your backpack and you're ready to go. The Mantispod is pretty versatile. As you can see, you can fold it all the way down, and you can kind of use it as a selfie stick type gimbal, so you can walk around with a nice steady grip. You could also use it like this. You can also flip out this metal hook. You could hang it on the back of your monitor like this for like a top-down video. To me, this is kind of scary. I don't really like having something against my monitor like that, but hey, in a pinch, if you really needed it, it's kind of a cool solution. If I was going to pick one of these as my favorite, I think I'd have to go with this little mini card reader. I just love it because it's so compact, and the little lanyard is actually the cable. This is the one that I would pick as my favorite, but all 3 are well made and worth taking a look at for your next travel adventure. If this video was helpful to you, I hope you'll consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews like this one. And as always, have a great day.